Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm coming to you from Southern California. It's a beautiful day here. I know I always comment on the weather, but it's because I'm sitting here looking out my window to this beautiful tree that's planted in the front yard, and it's just so much fun to look at, and I just enjoy the ambiance of the whole thing as I'm sitting here stamping. So anyway, it's a pretty day here, and I designed what I think is a pretty card. I used Layers of Beauty, and it has a little unexpected, what would you say, unexpected surprise, in that this front piece is folded in half. So when you get this card, you can open it up, just kind of snuggle this front part under whatever you want to say here, and then you can stand it up. Okay, don't show me up here. Okay, you can stand it up like that. Okay, so you can go either way. You can go this way, or you can just not put the fold in the front and just make a pretty card this way. When I was in Houston, I traded for a card, and this demonstrator's name is Deborah Harris, and she used the Country Birdhouse. And her theme was in Peach Pie, which of course is one of the new in colors, whereas I was using Petunia Pop, another one of the new in colors. She used the eyelet on her background. And so it's a really cute card, isn't it? So anyway, this is where I got the idea. And I have 3 more cards to show you after I finish. I'm not going to make them, but just 3 more cards. 2 more birdhouses and a card made with Playing in the Rain. Because up till recently, everything I'd seen was birdhouses made with this style. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is show you how to make the base of the card. All right, so Layers of Beauty. This is just such a gorgeous bundle. All right, Layers of Beauty. So the first thing we're going to do is take our cardstock, and we're going to score. I already scored this first one. I forgot. 4 1/4. Let me see if I can lay this down. Okay, 4 1/4. And then we're going to score it half of that. So half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. Okay, there we go. So then we'll just take our bone folder. Did I just spin the card? Okay, take our bone folder. So this is, oops, gonna go this way. And then this one is going to go like this. So let's just make sure this is, sometimes you have to ease this a little to the right or a little to the left as you're scoring it. Okay, so now here's our base. And I'm going to be using the 24-26 in color designer series pack. This is on page 55, and I'm using the Petunia Pop. I had a choice of this or the lines or 2 others, but I decided I loved the flowers the best. So what I did, I cut 2 pieces. This is 1 7/8. I forgot to write this down. It's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put these pieces on. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. Before we do that, let me show you. Okay, there's a little mechanism under here, which is actually 2 circles. And these circles come out of one of the, let's see what I do with that here. Comes out of Stylish Shapes. So it's the 3rd, so you go from the smallest to the next to this one. So it's the 3rd up in Stylish Shapes. That's what I used to cut out these circles. And this is the little mechanism that allows the card front to pop up and move when you open it. So all you're gonna do is just fold this by hand. So definitely do not use the thick cardstock for this. And then once you fold it in half, just use your bone folder. Okay. So here we go. Oops. Okay. And we want to put these on first. So, because they don't really need to show. And if we put them on first, it's harder for them to show. Okay, so we're going to use tear and tape. I'm just going to use one strip. And then I'm going to also use a little bit of regular adhesive just to give it a little bit more stick. Okay, now these are going to go on either side of the crease. So it doesn't matter exactly where you put it, just as, oh wait, no, this is correct. Okay, all right. This is only the second time. Well, that's not true. I've made this card several times, but the first couple of times I made it, I put the designer paper on and then put these on. And my friend Pat, who was helping us at the open house, showed me that it's better if you put these on, then put the designer paper over it because it covers up the bottom. Okay, so is this fully done? Okay, so now I'm going to put on, see, I could have gone, I'll show you on the other one. I could have gone either way. I could have gone with stripes or the flowers, but the flowers to me were so much prettier with this particular. I did the stripes. If I had wanted to do the stripes, I would have had to use a different piece of paper anyway, because I cut in the wrong direction. Hello. Have to pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so now we've got our base ready. Then let's go ahead and get our little happy birthday ready. Let's see, what did I do with my little, here it is. Okay, so, you know, mine is 3 1/4 by 1/2 of an inch. But, you know, you could make yours, it just depends on what you want to put along the side. And remember when Deborah did hers, she put hers sideways like this. But I'm using the Happy Birthday that comes out of So Sincere, which is the set I designed, and it has a birthday going up and down. So I'm just going to use that one. And as you can see, I dropped it. I thought, oh shoot. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Then what we're going to do is put this on with dimensionals, and it takes, I don't know, you can put 3 or 4. I think I'm going to put 4. I've been putting 3, but I don't want it dipping down anywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 4. There we go. All right. So we'll go ahead and then we'll have our base almost ready. I think I'll go ahead and put the greeting inside too. Okay, so now you just open up your card and just make it even with the side. And there you go. All right, now while I've got this open, I'm going to go ahead and say, hope your day is a happy one. This is also from So Sincere. There we go. All right, so our card is completely ready, except for the beautiful part that's going to go on the front. All right, so now what I'm going to do, Stampin' Up! Used to sell the Stamparatus, and if you don't have one, hopefully you have some type of other tool that can help you hold things in place so you can stamp more than once. It's just, sometimes when you have a great big stamp like this, you may need to stamp it more than one time to get it to be dark enough. So I'm going to ink this up, and I think we're probably going to have to stamp it more than one time. We'll see. Definitely have to. And I just re-inked this pad too. Let's see. Push a little harder. You know, Carol and I were stamping all last week, and when I went to the osteopath, what was it, on Thursday, she was working on my right arm and she goes, "What have you been doing? Your right arm is really tense." And so I told her I've been stamping a lot all week. So she's kind of, she goes, "Yep, I knew you were doing something out of the ordinary." Okay, just stamping a little more than normal because I was getting ready for my open house, which was the 15th. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's take this out and we'll put this aside over here. Here we go. All right, now I'm going to put a little sheet underneath this so I don't make a big mess, even though my main paper is already messed up. Okay, so just anchor it down, and then I'm going to open the 3 pads that I'm going to use. Here's Petunia Pop, and then I'm going to use Soft Seafoam for the green, and I'm going to use Daffodil Delight for the little daisies. Okay. All right, so the masks themselves, if you don't know already, are numbered. However, the numbers are practically impossible to see. So I just used Sharpie and put the numbers on here so I could easily see what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll just start with number 1. And, you know, you just kind of line these up by eye because the notches on these do you absolutely no good. So I'm just looking at my daisies. Just kind of, these are really, really easy to line up. That's the good news. Super easy to line up. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of masking tape. I know some people like to just hold theirs. That would not be me. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little tiny piece of masking tape right there over the daisies because I've colored my daisies, you know, other than yellow before. I think those are safe. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pat off a little bit because this first layer is going to be on the lighter side. And this is Petunia Pop. So you just have to be a little bit patient and don't be too heavy-handed. Okay, I'm going to put my finger over this. Oops, it's getting a little dark. Yikes. Okay. So we've got 3 flowers, and then there's some little tiny flowers there. We'll get those. Okay, so I think that's good. Then let's take the yellow and go over the daisies. And, you know, find a way that you're comfortable with holding this. These are called, okay, what are they called? Blending brushes. And if you look in the index, you're going to find them listed under coloring tools. Let me just show you, because this catalog, as you know, is quite different than anything we had before. So right here on page 141, under coloring tools, you just look down and you find blending brushes, or on 124. Okay, so then you'll see there's 2 different ways to use them. You can do the masks, which is what I'm doing right now, or you could actually here just add sky and grass by using green and blue with no real mask at all. So they're very versatile. It's good to have. Okay, let me put a little bit more yellow. Oops, here's one I forgot. Oh, trying not to make it get the yellow into the, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I feel like I need to be protecting my flowers from the yellow. Okay, let's see if that did it. So let's take a peek. Yep, that looks really pretty. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. It's fun and it's really easy. Okay, so 1 down. Now, on number 2, I'm basically just going to look at my little flowers. It's really easy to line up there and then just twist things around a little bit. But that's kind of where I start, is with the little flowers. And then I just look around until everything is lined up, which it definitely is not. Because on this one, You really can't tell. There we go. Now we're getting very close. Just be a little tiny bit patient. Yeah. This one, it's really hard to tell by the flowers because this second layer is an accent. So take a look again at this. There's 3 layers here of color. This one is very light. This one's a little bit darker, and this is the darkest. So we're just doing the second layer right now. And I just have to be careful not to hit the yellow daisies because I don't want them purple or petunia pop. Okay, so this one a little bit darker. Anything else? I think that needed a little pop right there. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh, ooh, look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what we can add with layer number 3. Now this one is interesting. If you just line up the centers of the daisies, you're good. Because again, it's a little hard to line up the flowers. It's hard to know exactly where you're supposed to go. But if you line up the centers of the daisies, you will, oops, that didn't even go. You'll be in good shape. Okay, so now I'm using petunia pop again. So we'll see if we can get it a little bit darker. Okay, so this is how it's easiest for me to hold it like this. So I have 3 fingers around the handle and I just guide it with my other 2, my thumb and my pointer finger. Now let's see. Oh my, okay, whoo, that's beautiful. Oh my word. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the green. And again, you could use, okay, number 4, you could use garden green, but when Carol and I were playing, she started actually with seafoam, and it's really quite beautiful with this. So we used garden green on something else, but with this color, we both were really happy with the seafoam. So this one's going to be lighter. And if you just go in a circular motion, it's just really effortless and it's just fun. I mean, when you finish with this, you've made this gorgeous print. And trust me, I am not an artist when it comes to, I have a friend who lives close to where I used to live, who really is an artist. And she does China painting and she can make things look so beautiful, but that would not be me. So I love having masks that can make me look like I'm an amazing artist. I know they're all different kinds of artists, but I'm thinking artist with the pen and pencil or watercolors or whatever. It's just not me. Okay, in fact, I remember signing up for one watercolor class when Posh was around. That was years ago. And I almost came home in tears because we were learning to watercolor and I just wasn't getting it. Okay, so now let's take a look and see. Ooh. Okay, see, it's pretty, but there's not any definition there. So mask number 5 is going to add the definition to the green. And let's see. Here we go. Again, just take your time a little bit. Get it to where it's just looking pretty good, and then tape it down unless you're really brave and you just want to hold it. And again, that would not be me. I know. Okay, now I'm going to try to see if I can get this darker. See what I'm doing? Okay, you can see the light and the dark. So right now I'm doing the darker of the 2. And so I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on the ink as I rub it in because I really want it to get a little dark. And the nice thing is once you take your mask off, if you think, huh, that's not as dark as I really wanted it, well then just put the mask back on and do it again. You can do that with any layer. If you decide that your flowers aren't dark enough, you can go back and add to them. But be a little bit light-handed if you're not sure, because you can't go back and take anything away. That's a big 10-4. Okay, looks like this is happening. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a peek underneath because my fingers are getting tired. Okay. Okay, now let's just take a peek. Okay, that's actually very pretty. I think over here, over on the right, it could use a little bit more. So I'm just going to add a little tiny bit more to get more of a contrast. This seafoam green pad loves to travel. Okay, let's see if that is more to my liking. Yes, that is beautiful. Okay, now you'll notice that I did not put any color in the centers of the flowers. And there's a reason I didn't do that because I'm going to end up putting rhinestones in there. So it doesn't really need any color. So we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. Okay, now what we're going to do is take our layers of beauty. There's the die that cuts this out. And again, as my friend was teaching me, you have to be, okay, hold on. I'm sure I can get this lined up. Okay, you have to be a little on the patient side. I think I'm going to get some new tape. This is feeling not very sticky. Got to be a wee bit patient as you are. Let's see. Oh, here's what I was looking for. It's right in front of my face. Okay. I like this little tiny tape for these. Okay. So now, have to be patient and just work it around. And just look where things are. The first time I cut one of these out, oh my word, I was not patient. And when I cut it out, it looked like I wasn't patient. I had too much white in some places and not enough white in other places. So this is really, okay, I'm gonna cross my fingers and hold my breath. Oh, that this is in a good place. Okay, I keep moving it. Okay, I think that's good. All right, let me go cut this out, and then I will breathe a sigh of relief. One more time. Should pop right out. You'll hear that I have an electric machine because I need a machine that does all the work for me because it's so much easier on my back. Of course, I always used the Stampin' Up machine. And then one day I was preparing for a class and I just really had too many cuts per each person, per each card. And I was determined I was going to finish, and I just kept pushing and pushing. I'm goal-oriented. And I really wrecked my back at that point. Woohoo, I did a good job. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Oh, be still my soul. Okay, now we have to do one more thing before we put this on. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Don't you love the, see, here's the first layer, there's the second layer, and there's the third layer. Wow, okay. I forgot we have to do the centerpiece because if you look at it, okay, here's what you could do. Now what she did is she put a square, but then she was doing a birdhouse too. And so that's what I thought I was going to do because that's what she did. Now what did I just do? Oh, here we go. Okay. But when I put this like this, oops, come on, go down. And I looked at it. I thought, oh my gosh, that does not do anything for this gorgeous set of flowers. And then I tried to paint a texture on a rectangle. Oh, it's just leaving me not satisfied. So what I decided to do, I went to the Wildflowers Designs bundle dies, and I took out let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me just show you the die. This is the biggest one in there. And I bought this set, or this bundle. Let me show you what it looks like. Because now that I don't have my scallop contour dies, it's like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So I thought, okay, these layer. I'm certainly going to buy this bundle and just see what the possibilities are for it when it comes to layering cards. Okay, so first I cut these two out together. This is just what cuts. When you use this, you automatically get a frame and you get the inside piece. So I put that on, and I was going to put the flowers over it, and I went, ooh, that's still a little on the dead side. So then I thought, hey, what if I put a frame of petunia pop on it and then put the flowers on it? I'm going, okay, I'm liking this a lot. Okay, so only problem is these, you know, it's not like I can cut one big piece and put it on the back because they're all cut out. So here's what I decided to do. I just turned over the white and got it right into place. There we go. Okay, so it's just right in place. Okay, then, I've never done this before. It was just a brainstorm at the last minute. Okay, so then what I did is I took, whoops, not that one. This one is out. What did I do with the other one? Okay, we must have our tape. Let's see, that one's empty. Okay, people, do things just disappear off your desk like they do mine? Not sure I can get this one's. There we go. Okay, so what I did, this is a 1/2 inch. And I just thought, I'm just going to put it like this. And then I can just cut it. This is going to hold the two pieces together. Let me move this over here. Okay, then we'll do it again. I'm going to add another piece and cut it. I'm not sure if I have it over there, if you can see it. Okay, so then we'll do it again. Put another 1/2 inch piece over it and cut it. Yeah, they didn't, sometimes, you know, you could cut just one big piece and put it behind, but in this case, you can't do it. Whoops, come back here. All right, so yeah, I just got this idea of, okay, I know how I could do it. I think this piece will fit down here. And then we've got one more piece to fit here. And oh, voila. Ta-da! Our pieces are together. Okay, then I want to just add this gorgeous petunia pop over the top because it needs a pop. It's a little boring. And I went ahead and put the painted texture on there. I thought I tried the new eyelet, which is beautiful. But it was, I don't know, a little bit too much for me. Did I do this one already? Okay, so now we're just going to, whoops. Okay, maybe I should lay this down. Things tend to wiggle a little bit, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, lay it down. It's much easier. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right, so now we're going to put this on top of this. So when the card comes, it's down flat. And then when you open it with this mechanism, it just allows the centerpiece to come up. Pretty cool. Who thinks of these things? I don't know. It's not me, that's for sure. I can design a card after you show me the design, but I'm probably not going to be the one coming up with the design. Okay, now, oops, can I get this off? Yes. One down. And I'm just going to pull that up a little bit so it doesn't stick. Okay, then, because I've got that line down the center of the score, it's pretty easy to get it centered. Okay, I'll just push that there. See now? Woohoo, look at that. It's so pretty. Okay, so now the last thing, if I just were to put this, you know what? Okay, I'm going to close these pads up because it makes me nervous. Not that I could ever drop anything in a pad, right? Of course, we've all done it many times, but this is not going to be one of those days. Okay, and I can remove this. Okay, so now I've got this gorgeous flower branch that I'm going to put on here, but I want it a little more sturdy and steady, and I want a little depth to it. So what I did is I do what I often do. I cut out 2 of these. You could use dimensionals, and that would be okay too. Let's see. But I just prefer to have layers. So I'm just going to add 2 layers. That's it. And, okay, not yet, buddy. All right, let's see if we can get these positioned. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, excellent. All right, now let me put more adhesive on here. And we'll put our gorgeous flowers on here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's do the same thing. I'll just get the first 2, the next 2. Okay, that goes together quite nicely. All right, now this is going to go here. What I did on this one, I left room because I wanted to put a little love you there to go with it. I just thought it's kind of pretty to have some words on the front. So I'm positioning this so that I have room to put the love you there. So let's add some of this is going to stick over the card, so I don't need to really put, let's see, is this kind of how I did it? Yes. Oh my, it's so pretty. Okay. Wowie zowie. Okay, now let's get our rhinestones and put the rhinestones in the middle of the little daisies. That will really add a lot of cheer and pop. Okay, and guess what? There are 5. Wasn't that nice of them to put an odd number? So easy to put these on with the take your pick. Okay, getting closer to done. All right, so last thing is the love you. All right, now there is, okay, what did I do with my little love yous? They should, here they are. Okay, so I have love you, and love you. Okay, now the big love you comes in the Lifetime of Love set. There's a love you right here. So I thought I will try that one first. And so I put this here, and I was just going to stick this underneath here somewhere. But for my taste, I mean, and it's fine. It's just, it's a little big. I could, if I were going to do this for real, I would make the word, or the letter U come a little closer there. And then I think that probably would be fine. Actually, it would be fine. Okay. But I decided I would go for a smaller love you. And in order to get the smaller love you, I went to the Be Mine set, which I thought I was going to pull out and show you. But I don't know what I did with it. Seriously? Okay. Well, I don't know what I did with it. Okay. So in the Be Mine set, there is, I'm looking because I know I have it right under my nose. Oh, well. Okay, there's a greeting that says, I love you no matter what. Carol figured this one out. So I'm just going to take my marker and mark love you. And you do need a marker, actual marker to do this, because if you try doing it with the blending pen, it's not going to work. So let's just take this. And when you use your marker, use, of course, the big tip. Never use the point. You're just going to use the side like this. Okay, let's see if that works. You might want to huff it and just stamp love you. Okay, that's pretty nice. I don't know what that is under the U. So if you get something you don't love, okay, then you just do it again. Patience is the name of the game, right? takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of persistence. Let's try it here. Okay, much better. All right, then, let's see, I forget which die I took this out of. I took the die, let's see, it wasn't Lifetime of Love. Was it Layers of Beauty? Yes. Okay, so in the Layers of Beauty, which is actually the set we're working with, there's a little tiny die that I think it's supposed to fit God Bless. But guess what? It also fits Love You. Perfect. So that's what I went ahead and cut this out with. And so this is my little Love You. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on it. And then I'm going to stick it so that this little point covers up the hole. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, you know what else would be pretty on here, but I don't know where mine is. Wink Stella would be just gorgeous on there. All right, so there you go. Open it up. Happy birthday. Hope your day is a happy one. Would you be delighted to get this card? I would be absolutely delighted to get this card. Okay, so now let's leave this one there. I'm going to show you a couple of others. How about Playing in the Rain? Cute little bunny, the fence. Hope your day's a happy one. Happy birthday. Oops, I forgot to put hope your day's a happy one. The clouds are in the set. Super cute. Oh, and this is that new big swirly. See, on this one, I didn't put this under the layer. Pat is the one who told me to do that. So anyway, okay, so super cute. Doesn't have to be flowers. Okay, now here's one. Again, you know I like Petunia Pop. Okay, the Country Birdhouse with Petunia Pop with a ribbon that matches, and this is the new eyelet die. I mean, embossing folder. Really pretty. And then here's one that I use the rubber band technique with. I was thinking maybe I would do a video on the rubber band technique. If you haven't done it, this is what you do. I think that would be worth a video, don't you? Be kind of fun. So, hello friend. That's out of the, I think it's either the Country Birdhouse or the Country Flowers. I think it might be the Country Birdhouse. And then I put some flowers inside. Hope your day's a happy one. Okay. So this is just a little bit of a fun, you know, something different when people get a card. And again, if you don't want to put the little score in it, just keep it straight on the front. And it'll just open up like a regular card and nobody will ever know the difference. So either way you want to do it is really, really pretty. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to having you next time.